This is a quick collective reading for a collective that is struggling with temptation of like get rich quick schemes, having all of these ideas and just being tempted with all of these shiny objects all around them. And that it's sort of draining your field, and you need to focus on one. You need to sit down, get grounded with yourself, and really decide what is it that you want to grow. It's fantastic to have all of these big ideas, but let's get grounded. So that's the premise of this reading. Let's see what else your guides want to say. Today I'm using the Seasons of the Witch Winter Tarot, as well as the Arcana Folia deck, and I'll show you those. They're so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love them. All right, angels and guides, what is it that this collective needs to know? All right, and so I read jumpers, and I know that you can't really see, but let's see, we have 4 cards pop out. 5 of Winter Cups, 9 of Winter Wands, the Winter Star, and the 4 of Winter Cups. So let's see if you can see these. All right. So within your life, within your experience, you have had things not exactly work out to plan, as far as like you have set off and I'm going to do this and it's going to be great, and then it doesn't work out, and you know, it fails one way or another, and then you were so concentrated on that failure that you have a hard time sometimes seeing, or right now you are having a hard time seeing the blessings that are like surrounding you and all around you, because you're concentrating on this failure or what has failed in the past. And so this is leading you on to the journey of the 9 of Winter Wands. When the 9 of Winter Wands, so that's 9 of Wands energy of you're just like carrying this load on your shoulders, and you're going into this dark forest of the unknown. You have your ambitions, like you're so close, and then the Winter Star is coming out of that dark forest and seeing like the hope of the star, of having that tower moment, of having whatever it was in your life that collapsed or what you feel has failed. But you have to remember, failures are great lessons. We learn so much by failing. So don't ever be too hard on yourself whenever it comes to that, because they are our best teachers. So after this tower moment that totally shook up your world, and in the tarot, the tower is, you didn't get the tower, but you got the star, you got the hope, you've got the okay, I just had everything fall apart, that was not on a sturdy foundation, and now I can work on rebuilding. Now I can see the North Star leading me. I can see hope on the other side. And then the 4 of Winter Cups is where you're going. So the number four is all about stability and building. Cups represent emotions, and so this is a building of our emotional stability, of having that confidence in yourself that, okay, I went through this and that's okay. It was a part of my human experience, and now I'm going to build things properly on a solid foundation. Let's get some clarifiers with this deck. Oops. Okay, so we got gossip, which is like word spreading fast. Treasure, protect your energy and your space. Plot twist, unexpected development. Protection, you are protected. Loyal friend, and eccentric person, or a person with a different world view. Okay, so you and yourself are protected. You, even going through what you've gone through, your spirit team, your angels are protecting you every step of the way. This gossip, it can be actual gossip, or it can be more of they're telling me songbirds. If you're seeing a lot of songbirds within your environment around you, whenever you are out and about, or if you walk outside and you hear all of that chatter, people love to talk, and if this is being talked about, well, that is not, it's hard to do this sometimes, but in the Four Agreements, it always talks about, the book, The Four Agreements, which I highly recommend. It talks about how, don't take anything personally. Don't get dirty. Don't get dirty in their gossip. Don't get caught up in all of that bullshit. Whatever, let them talk. Live in a way that doesn't match up to what they're saying. Live in your authenticity, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say. You are protected. Protect your energy and your space, whether that's doing some mindfulness clearing of you and your aura, smudge clean, physically cleaning your house. You could do again, that visualization, protection, barrier around your house, your home. But know that your heart, like, you are protected. There's a plot twist here within all of this. You have, even despite the gossip and the bullshit, you have a loyal friend that is by your side, and they help you to see another view. People come into our lives for a season, a reason, a lifetime, and this transition that you're going through, this person is here to just help you see the other side, to help you recognize those blessings back here that you're having a hard time seeing because you're focusing on what went wrong. And again, there's like, don't shame yourself or anything of that sort. Like, that is just part of human nature. And unless we train our brain otherwise, we are going to focus on the negative. It is to a self-preservation of keeping us safe, but from like thousands and thousands of years ago. We don't need that anymore. We need to focus on the good. We need to rewire our brain. Okay, is there anything else? Okay, I'm going to read from the Nine of Wands and the Star. This card appears when your soul knows you've been through a lot. You've probably had more downs and ups at this point, and the idea of one more battle seems too much to bear. But you're so close to the end that this is your very clear sign to keep on going. Don't end the relationship yet. Don't close down your business. Don't give up hope, and don't expect defeat. You're experiencing these trials for a reason. Everything is preparing you to have more, do more, and be more. Each test you pass makes it possible for you to come closer to achieving your goals. Okay, and then the Star. Hope is the main message of the Winter Star. After a situation such as the Winter Tower, you need hope to move on and to find light in the darkness. However, I have always thought that this card represents the spirit of purity. From the Fool until the Hermit, which is the Fool's journey in the tarot, was all about learning, forward movement, and setting foundations. Then the wheel turned, and Justice through to the Devil was all about restriction and learning to surrender. Then the Tower distilled the soul, stripping it of the debris and pollution that had only been holding you back. Then the Winter Star comes. And it's truly the moment when you're reborn and are most open to spirit, when you can finally say, show me where you want me to go. Inspiration and breakthroughs often follow the Winter Star. A new you is emerging, and within it is a period of ease, peace, love, and clarity. In its purest form, your soul calls this card forth to tell you that the worst is now over and you can begin to heal. And you can begin to heal with the Four of Winter Cups. And let's read that one. The assumption is that the figure is bored or dissatisfied with life when really you could have stumbled into a meditative practice or a quiet moment to check in before rushing on to the next shiny thing. In either case, what is known is the opportunities are plenty when this card appears. You have many options, some of which you may not have realized are available. So the question then becomes, are you choosing not to act intentionally in the name of rest and reflection? Or are you doing so because you've lost your sense of drive and passion? When we are knocked down, sometimes it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to go through that again. Or, it knocks the air out of your sails. Take time to consider which is true for you before deciding how to proceed. This card indicates that you've shut off from what's around you, and you may need to open yourself up a little more, or you'll miss something that could be valuable to you. All right, so I hope this gives you a little bit of peace and hope, and that you have a very wonderful, blessed day. Bye.